Oke, halo guys, balik lagi sama gua. Kita akan mulai di malam-malam hari ini. Terus ini lumayan, sorry agak malam banget ya. Cuman eh ya siapa tahu menemani eh, bukan malam Jumat loh, beda dong. Itu mah Ewing. Eh, Menemani malam Minggu loh di malam-malam kayak gini. Terus sambil nunggu sahur kali ya atau apa kalian semua. Gue juga sih nanti nungguin sahur juga sekalian kita main satu game yang menurut gua bagus banget melalui trailer atau saran dari temen. Kita mainnya point and click game. Kita nyantai aja untuk hari ini. Dan game yang
APANNIH Malam BGT.
apaan nih malam banget? Ya ampun Bang Bahamut sudah hadir. Aduh, malam banget. Iya dong, kan nemenin sahur. Terus ya kita akan coba main game cerita point and click kita nyantai aja. Biasanya kalau main sama Bahamut atau yang lain, Bahamut VGC itu game-gamenya yang hardcore, bener-bener susah banget gitu kan. Kita kan
Bahamas VGC jackpot. Stop spamming caps warning.
di mampus lu dikatain Nightbot. Ya udah balik lagi. Pokoknya kita ingin nyantai aja tunggu sampai sahur gitu ya. Ini lumayan agak lama nih mungkin nih streamnya. Jadi kita coba bakalan main Ken Follett's The Pillar of Earth. The, the Pillars of the Earth. Gue salah ada the-nya aja. Aduh, soalnya nama dia noun lupa gue. Ntar gue ganti dulu judulnya, bangke emang. Eh, Mana ya cara gantinya? Nggak bisa. Ya udah. Ya pokoknya nggak jauh beda lah ya. Ini mungkin satu book. Gue ada 3 book baru ini mumpung diskon sih ini katanya gue gak bakal beli kalau nggak diskon gue langsung beli kalau diskon dan akhirnya gue udah beli terus book 1 chapter 1 sampai 7 ini gamenya point and click kita nggak tahu ini mungkin tentang masa lalu di era zaman kolonial ya lebih jauh ya zaman kolonialnya Inggris kalau nggak salah. Ini kan ada continue, gue sempat main cuma sekitar 10 menit atau lebih dari 15 menit buat belajar tutorialnya. Oke, udah ngerti. Kita lanjut aja, start new book. Oke, nggak apa-apa. Ini kalian kedengeran kan ya ininya? Coba gue cek dulu, harusnya kedengeran sih kalau gue nggak alt tab ya. Kita coba deh. Do you wanna play the tutorial dong? Gue udah ngerti. Ini tutorial juga nggak terlalu ini banget sih. Kita lanjut aja ya. Shiring, England. Kita di Shiring. So, 11.35. Belum ada listrik, belum ada internet. Ada nyiksa deh hidup di zaman itu. Nenek moyang kita gimana ya zaman dulu ya? Oh ya, kalau ditanya ini kenapa frame-nya putus-putus, tapi emang kayaknya dari ininya deh. Scene-nya. Gue 120 soalnya di tempat gue FPS-nya. Gimana guys, puasa kalian semoga lancar semua. Udah.
This should do. How do you feel?
Lihat ya.
Can't complain. After all, there's a cozy tree in my back.
I promise, this will be the last fire. After tonight, it won't be trees anymore, but walls and a roof. In Shiring, we'll find a job.
What if the bishop wants to hire you for life? To keep his palace in shape, maybe strengthen the town's defenses. Plain things, Tom Builder. Just walls and roofs.
There. Took me a lifetime to find some dry ones in this wet. Why didn't we just use your staff? That old thing would have done nicely.
Because that thing is precious. It's not made to burn. And we might be able to sell it.
Ini benar sih.
Right, now let's see if this does the trick.
Mendingan dijual sih itu. Kalau ada resource lain mending itu. Oke. Eh, jadi ini kita point and click. Ini kayaknya nggak pakai keyboard kalau nggak salah. Bisa juga sih. Caranya kalau gue tekan middle mouse button, nanti ada petunjuk nih ada apa aja yang perlu dipencet.
Hurry up, I'm freezing.
Firewood.
Yeah, should be dry enough.
I told you.
Si Alfred ya. Ini apa aja nih? Oh. Segampang itu buat api loh. Namanya juga game ya.
Martha, you want to cut up some turnips? We'll be making soup.
If it helps.
Tiba-tiba ada makanan
Alfred,
di
You
kantongnya.
go and look for water.
We could just eat snow.
No, it'll be proper water for my family. You
Snow
sit,
kayaknya
I'll
kotor
take
gitu
care
ya.
of it.
You still haven't answered my question, Tom Builder. What if the bishop offered you a job like they did in Exeter? Something that is beneath your craft, but pays for a lifetime. Easy
Snow
work.
kotor sih.
Well, building something is never easy.
You know what I mean. After Exeter, you said I could create something that matters, something that stands for eternity, or I could die setting up houses and sheds. But what if houses and sheds would feed your family? Would you stay this time, or would you keep on looking?
Nah, ini ada pilihan.
I'd be glad to stay.
Would you now? Just promise me you'll think about it.
I need to find some proper water. Nah, a clue. You just collected the clue. Clues work like items. Use them on characters to talk about them, and use them on objects to ponder how the clue. Oke. Nah, ini. I need to find.
Maybe we can sell the baby.
Alfred!
I'm joking. Don't listen to me.
Once I've found some, that's where it'll go.
Nah, kayak gitu ya. Bisa ngobrol sama Alfred juga.
Alfred.
What? Aren't you supposed to get water? I am not keen on eating rotten leaves tonight.
Alfred!
Don't mind him, dear. Boys must act tough if they want to get by.
Is that so?
Metal pot ambil aja lah. Oke.
And how's my little girl holding up?
I don't have time for holding up. I have to cut up our dinner.
Kuat banget ya.
You're a steadfast lass, Martha.
Thank you.
Demen tau kalau
Stupid
punya
snow.
kayak gitu. Apa?
Why did it
Anak
have to come
yang
down just now?
kuat kayak gitu.
I'll be right back.
I know.
Oke, kita lihat apa aja sih ada di sini. Staff kita. Nggak tahu ya buat apa staff
Can
kita.
you see the sun yet?
No, but Martha.
Don't distract me. I'm working.
Ya, inspek aja. Tom receive the mission tool. Oh, ini dokumen ya. Oke. Mungkin ada banyak. Ada map juga. Oke. Kita cek bisa ke arah mana aja nantinya. Lapar.
Hungry?
I'm fine.
Oke, ke forest. Di sini ada banyak barang kelihatannya. Frozen puddle.
Too hard for my fist, but my pot should break it.
Bisa sih. Ini dirty snow.
I can't carry it in my hands.
Jangan pakai dirty snow lah, kotor. Nggak ini. Oke.
Beautiful.
Ini apa? Dirty snow lagi, nggak usah lah. Bisa jalan nggak sih? Oh, bisa. Ke arah mana? Lah. Oh. Biasa gitu emang.
It's just more woods down that way.
Ini apa nih? Thorny bushes. Kayaknya nggak bisa lewat situ harusnya.
Nah, no getting through there. My family shouldn't have to eat dirty snow.
Bener juga. Ya udah, ambil yang ini aja, pot frozen puddle. Coba ya.
Houses and sheds.
Ada kayak KTE-nya gitu.
Walls and roofs. I'd be glad. I should be glad.
Oke. Tadi nggak tahu dapat atau kagak, harusnya dapat sih. Aduh, kasihan banget gila. Biasanya kalau lihat scarecrow tuh ada petanda gitu loh.
Tom, what's keeping you?
Oke. Oke, dapat air. Kita air bersih ya, bukan dirty snow. Ini game nyantai juga nih. Tuh ada suara BGM-nya, background musicnya itu ada suara ini. Api, enak juga sih, tenang gitu. Nah, bakar. Udah deh, masak air. Kalau air yang di bawah itu sih harusnya
Did you
memang
think
lebih
about
bersih
what
sih.
I asked you?
Ambil aja
Dreaming
kerjaan
of
dulu.
building a cathedral was foolish. When we get to Shiring, I'll take the job.
Why is a cathedral so special?
Well, you've seen a few. You should know.
Yes, but there are so many already. Why do you have to build another one? Is it because God needs more houses?
May I?
If you must.
Well,
Ya,
actually, a cathedral isn't so different
buat
from many other
katedral
houses.
harusnya
It always starts simple. with some
wall-nya dulu lah
walls.
ya.
And on top of
Fondasi.
that, you put a roof.
Very good. A roof to keep off the rain, and walls to keep up the roof. Together that makes one big, long, but dark room. Like a cave.
Musiknya. Porticus apa ya? Nggak tahu nih artinya. Nggak tahu sih. Coba penasaran apa?
Now, we mustn't forget the doors. And not only
Oh,
doors,
porticus
but a
itu.
big and impressive one to let in
Pintu
as
gede.
many people as possible.
But isn't it still dark in there?
It is.
Kalau ngasih tahu dia window, coba. Biar
So,
belajar.
what do you suggest?
Windows, of course.
Right,
Biar
so the
belajar
people
juga.
inside can see what they're doing. By now, we've carved quite a few holes in our cathedral. Unfortunately, not every building can carry a roof like that and have so many windows.
So what do we do?
Good and solid work. That's what we do. If we don't want our cave to collapse, we have to make
Iya, zaman
everything
dulu aja udah bisa
perfect.
buat katedral
Not only
gitu.
strong, but consistent and perfectly
Bagus
even.
juga.
The walls, the
1100
roof, the windows,
tinggi.
everything perfectly proportioned.
You shouldn't say big words like proportioned when talking to a child.
What does it mean?
Kata berat.
It means beauty. Well, it means not only will it keep them dry,
Will give him hope.
it will give them hope. Agnes?
Mama?
Waduh. Waduh. Aduh, males banget liatnya. Aduh.
The baby is coming.
But it's not due. Have your waters broken yet?
Soon after we started walking this morning.
You should have told me.
I'm so tired. I don't believe I can bring it into the world.
Well, look at all the blood.
Oke. Anaknya dulu dah,
Children,
biar dia kerja ambil air.
Martha. Collect some reeds and make me 2 lengths of string, each big enough for a necklace.
What for?
You'll see.
Buat potong
What
ini
about me?
umbilical cord. Warm water.
Get more water. Take snow if you must and make it warm.
Right.
Nah.
Right, what can I do to help?
Cover me.
Oke. Look around dulu. Oke. Oh. Cloak.
Let me cover you. What else can I do?
Just stay with me.
Oke, biar
The
dia
water's warm now.
Put it next to me.
mau suruh dia buat api gede dulu deh. Si Alfrednya.
Alfred. Go and collect more wood. Let's have a bigger fire.
More wood?
Do what your father tells you.
Yes, Mother.
Tangannya kita kan tuh dingin kan, nggak boleh. Hold her. Harus hangatin dia sih sebenarnya.
I'm here with you.
I know.
Dia harus tenang sih.
I put more wood on the fire.
Can you feel the warmth?
Yes, it's not long now. Be ready.
Coba.
Alfred. Take care of your little sister.
She's all right. She's busy. Let me help too.
Ini
Let me do something.
Ya udah, nggak apa-apa, nggak usah ngambek lah. Cerita aja
Remember
lah.
when Martha was born? And the Lady Isabella acted as midwife.
You were building a chapel, and you asked her to send her maid to fetch the midwife from the village.
Yeah, and she said, that drunken old witch will let her deliver a literal wolfhound pups. And she
Aduh,
took us
gua
to
ngerti
her
itu.
own
Full
chamber.
house buds.
Poor Lord Robert could not go to bed until Martha was born.
But why are you talking about that now? She's bleeding.
Nggak tahu mau
It's
diapain.
coming. Help me, Tom. It's coming.
I can see it.
It
Wih,
looks horrible.
it looks
He's
so.
perfect. A perfect boy.
Ya, tapi capek dia.
You're still bleeding.
It's all right. It will stop soon.
Kuat juga.
Tom,
Yes?
thank you for being my midwife. Do you remember the night I came to you in your lodge when you were working on my father's church?
Of course. How could I ever forget?
I never regretted giving myself to you. Never, for one moment. Every time I think of that night, I feel so glad.
Me too.
I hope you build your cathedral.
I thought you were against it.
I was. But I was wrong. You deserve something beautiful. Build a beautiful cathedral. For me.
Ah, mati dia. Kok diem? Iya beneran tuh kan? Ya.
Papa, what's wrong with her face?
Agnes. Agnes, wake up.
sedih juga ya. Oke, not bad, not bad. Oke, waduh, ya lumayan apa ya? Pilihan-pilihannya harus di benar-benar ini kayak Game of Thrones sih. Kayak Game of Thrones. Tadi ini sebenarnya based on a novel sih sebenarnya ya. Terus dibuatin ke game itu not bad sih menurut gua ya. Karena jarang kayak kecuali visual novel gitu. Ini hitungannya mirip kayak visual novel kan. Ini staffnya tadi tuh. Musiknya sih mantep banget sih, gak bohong. Kayak yang anak tadi tuh yang tokoh utamanya deh kita tuh. Soalnya nggak ada yang dari apa namanya tuh di trailer tuh ada tokoh utama gitu. Kayaknya bukan dia sih, cuman lihat aja lah. Pillars of Earth. Struggle to support Agnes. Oh, oke. Struggle, iyalah. Gue nggak tahu cara ini ngurus bayi. Philip. Ini di gua belum sampai yang tadi pun belum juga. Gua cuma tutorial
The
doang.
year of
cobain
our
tuh.
Lord 1135 had come to an end. King Henry of England, son of William the Conqueror, had died. It was a time of poverty and death. In their despair, some had come to believe Christ and all his saints had gone to sleep, and that the pillars of the earth themselves had begun to crumble.
Kingsbridge New Year's Day. Ini apaan?
Is there no one to welcome us?
Who goes there?
Aduh,
You just
muncul
crossed
mana?
the bridge, right? That'll be a farthing for you and a penny for your horse.
How dare you ask a toll from a monk? Do you know who I am, brother?
The monk from the woods. Brother Paul said you'd be coming by. He said you'd bring cheese. It's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
For cheese.
It is not much, but I can share this with you.
Harusnya nggak usah dikasih sih.
I hope now it will be easier for you to fulfill your duties.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Lebih baik kasih ke orang
Will
yang
you take
benar-benar
care of my
butuh sih.
horse, brother? I've come to see Prior James.
Prior James? That's him the bells are tolling for. Leave the horse here. I'll get it down to the priory later. Fish should go nicely with that cheese.
What? Why are they ringing the bells?
Don't you know? The devil has come to Kingsbridge.
Oh ini Philip ya.
The devil devil has come to Kingsbridge?
Aduh, pakai kata-katanya agak susah. Philip's Bible. You can use Philip's Bible on objects to find out what the Bible tells Philip's about. Or use it to people to. Oke, keren juga. Ini ada hole in ice apa tuh? Gimana cara nyampainya? Ini apaan di sini? Bisa lari nggak sih? Kayaknya nggak bisa deh. Bridge. Dia nggak bisa interaksi apa? What? Oh,
This neglect
Oh,
will be
dia
a
harus
burden
ini.
on the Priory's coffers. A shameful waste.
the word of God.
I look forward to my next sermon at St. John's.
Kalau
and to
mau
see
ngomong
my
harus
rock.
harus pakai Bible dulu. Gak boleh asal ngomong dia. Dosa nanti. Gila, keren juga.
By the breath of God, ice is given, and the broad waters are frozen fast.
Wah, susah juga dia. Karakternya unik sih.
Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me.
Oke. Ini apaan? Path to the mill. Philip's Pony.
Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast.
Oke. Path between Kingsbridge Monastery. Oh, ntar dulu. Ini apaan? Oke. Not bad. Bawa aja lah. Tahu buat apa? Limestone. Coba baca.
The shape of these stones is always proof to me that the Lord has created all this, as are the shapes of leaves, snail shells. God has made them and has made them well.
Di sini ada apa? Gak ada apa-apa. Jalan situ. Oh, di sini ada sesuatu. Dia nggak bisa lari. Ya udah jalan aja lah. Ke hut kali. Nah, masuk hut. Gua nggak mau.
I wonder where Paul is.
Oh, oke.
It was built for the glory of God, but I fear a priory this size might corrupt even a humble prior's heart.
Path to the mill. Waduh. Ini ada banyak barang sih. Gue sih biasanya kalau main game gini gak mungkin guanya ambil jalur utama. Menger apaan? Oh,
And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. And it was so.
sumpah dia setiap ngomong harus buka ini dulu. Haha, geser habis itu dia.
Why is this locked? The Lord has given them plenty, and they let it go to waste.
Path to the village, path to cloister. Cloister apa ya? Balik lagi coba. Ini gede banget sih tempatnya, nggak bohong. Ionik. Oh, tempatnya emang kita ke Kingsbridge bisa lewat banyak jalan. Ada jalur ini, ada jalur ini. Coba ke village. Oh, oke.
Hello?
Oke, ini jalannya cepat sih kalau ini.
I'm sure there was someone moving behind a window, But most houses are empty.
Sepi ya.
The monks of Kingsbridge and their servants, I wonder which of them led a more pious life.
Road to the
The
north.
Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
Jalan aja cepet banget. Gak ada ini gate to south. Ini apa nih? Building by the fields. Coba south dulu, penasaran ini apa. Oh ini tadi. Oh, oke. Katanya di bawah ini kuda gua. Oke, coba by the fields kayaknya ke sini. Kehalang ini ya, jelek juga. Oh ini yang tadi. Oke, ke gate dulu dah kalau gitu kita. Kita udah dapat birch nuts apa lah gitu. Terus kita sekarang tinggal ke sini deh. Ini apa sih? A few beech nuts found. Bentar. Nggak tahu, nggak bisa dibaca ini buat apa. Namanya priory kita. Coba horse. Hancur banget tempatnya. Biasanya kalau nggak demen ditendang. Stables. Bau. Nggak dibersihin. Collapse tower. Aduh, kasihan banget. Door to the cloister. Dia harus
Whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin.
buset. Ini apaan? Cathedral main gate.
Closed.
Ini bisa. Tentunya lewat. Oh sini. Coba balik lagi ke situ. Gede banget tempatnya sih. Boleh lah jalan-jalan dulu gitu. Gue sih nggak demen kalau cari jalur yang langsung udah pasti. Kayak ini tujuan kita ke sini. Oh nggak harus pakai ini.
Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Oke. Around the cathedral apa nih? Coba kita sana deh. Cloister tadi tempatnya lumayan kayak penting. Kayaknya ini ada gereja, apa gereja? Ada pemakaman gitu. Buset. Fresh grave. Cloister.
May his soul rest in peace. An hour is coming when all who are in the tombs will hear his voice and come out, those who have done good to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of judgment.
Mirip-mirip kayak ini dong. Hari kebangkitan. Oh, banyak banget pintunya. Chapter house, garden.
The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed according to their own kinds. And God saw that it was good.
Oh, coba pakai ini. Beech nuts kan?
That would be a waste.
Oh, oke. Chapter house apa?
There's no one here either. Where are they? I do hope that scripture guides my brothers in all their decisions.
Buat scripture zaman dulu di situ. Gila juga. Balik lagi dah. Oh iya, kenapa monk itu harus dibotakin ya kepalanya? Nggak ngerti sih. Ubun-ubunnya dibotakin itu.
Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light.
Oh bisa di, gue mau cepetin bisa diomong cepetinnya digituin double click. Ya.
It's locked.
Oke, ini udah fix satu jalur ya, artinya kita akan lewat jalur yang ke atas. Main gate belum kita coba, tapi kayaknya kekunci kali ya. Coba aja deh. Saya tahu kayak bisa ini. Front Cathedral. Path to the Mill. Kita ke main gate coba. Siapa tahu bisa. Lah, lewat situ.
Why did they lock it? Maybe the side entrance is open.
Side entrance sepertinya sini ya. Cloister. Nggak pakai sepatu ya mereka mong gitu. Pakai sih kayaknya harusnya. Nggak seini banget sih kayaknya. Ini mereka semua.
Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness. The pestilence that rode in on the lightning that struck our cathedral 4 years ago. Did you not all feel its presence here ever since? James did, and I did as well. But the Lord says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. Our beloved Prior James has served the Lord all his life. He shall be delivered from the darkness, from this dark earth.
Prior James?
Philip.
Francis?
For many years, James has been our prior. After the upcoming election, I vow to lead Kingsbridge Priory with the same steady hand.
Lama-lama jadi kayak
Amen.
politik gitu. Kayak politik lama-lama kelihatannya.
Philip, we told your brother you'd come to Kingsbridge New Year's Day.
I did not expect to see you here.
I was on my way back to Gloucester and wanted to see you.
A priest working in the world of politics. You must tell us about it, Francis.
Of course.
And his brother a prior of what now? 2 years?
It's been 4 years, Cuthbert.
I see. How are things in St. John in the Forest, Philip?
Our little cell is happy and healthy.
Happy and healthy. Thanks to your brother, Francis, St. John in the Forest is prospering. His novices are obedient, his monks humble and pious, while our own priory is in such a sorry state.
You know James did the best he could. It was not his fault. Also, they make a remarkable cheese at St. John's. Come by the kitchen later to see us, will you?
Brother Cuthbert seemed upset.
Well, we all are. The way
Dia
James
pergi
died
digibah.
was disturbing.
Disturbing? How did Prior James die?
7 days ago, Brother Remigius found James's room empty. We all looked for him for hours. Then we found his footprints by the bridge and a hole in the ice.
Oh no.
No.
In the small hours of Christmas Day, he must have walked out on the river. We didn't even find his body. The river took him, and the cold.
I will pray for James. See me when you have time, Philip. I will be in the cathedral.
And I should go and see how Brother Cuthbert is doing. It's good to see you, Philip. Maybe things will get better after the chapter elects the new prior.
Hopefully. I will come by the kitchen later, Milius.
What is Francis doing in and where is he take?
Do you ever think of running?
Did. Everyone did, but I don't get beaten up.
You look like you want to ask me something.
You are Philip of Gwynedd?
Yes, but you can call me Brother Philip.
You see? Told you he wouldn't mind.
Yes. Now ask him.
How about you ask him?
I already asked Brother Andrew.
That doesn't count. He wouldn't answer.
If you promise to lower your voices from now on.
Oh, of course.
We promise.
Brother Milius told us you know the scripture very well. Could you tell us about God's temple?
Brother Andrew wouldn't tell us.
Must be a place. A cathedral.
That's probably what the guest master was talking about.
If you do something to a cathedral, it would be a sin.
Yes.
Each of us is God's temple in the way that he created us.
Ada Bible tadi gambarnya itu.
And what if someone does something to God's temple?
The scripture says, if anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him.
Even if he destroys his own temple of God?
So for Prior James there's no salvation as well?
It was not a suicide.
Prior James did not commit suicide.
But no one saw him that night. No one knows.
God knows.
Itu benar.
God knows what sent him running out onto the ice.
Kita nggak tahu dia
They
bunuh
say
diri
the
atau enggak.
devil was chasing him.
Kita nggak tahu.
Say his name.
I have seen brave men run for many reasons. Never have I seen the devil. So we should not make room for him, neither here nor in our hearts. All right?
Yes, Brother Philip.
Thank you, Brother Philip.
Oke. Coba balik lagi tadi.
So again, we're all God's temple.
Apa nih? Coba kita pause dulu, cek dulu ada apa aja sih tadi tuh. Kayaknya ada sesuatu yang kita butuh tahu.
Hey.
Oke, kita lihat ada yang chat. Hai, halo Jakira, apa kabar? Bahamut VGC masih nonton gak nih? Alah.
MAAFY Kuma bisa numpang like doang.
Iya nggak apa-apa Zakira, thank you ya. Semoga puasanya pol lah ya. Benar, ini nungguin semua orang sahur juga sambil main gitu. Gua nungguin sambil kita, nah inilah apa namanya. Oh ya ting itu klik kanan, gue lupa. Interact klik kiri. Aduh. Oke. Subtitle ini. Kalau lari apa ya, keyboard? Gua nggak tahu lari apa sih. Harusnya ada lari. Ya, wah, what? Gue lupa save. Oh, untung aja. Save dulu. Hah, bangke, kaget gua. Nah, dah. Coba kita lihat di sini, candle. Oh, ini thinking. Almost empty. Ada apa-apa tapi. Crypt of Saint Adolphus.
My hand would fit in there. But why should I soil my sleeve? Reaching in there will not repair these walls.
Observe coba. Oke. Coba. Ini apaan? Wah, dapat achievement gitu doang. Holy water.
Don't forget to subscribe https www.youtube.com channel UCNDPKBMNN9IQM5GBQW9KW.
Iya, Nightbot.
The Lord is my light.
Kok nggak dipakai, matiin aja lah ya. Ini apa? Crypto Saint Adolphus. Oh, James Grave. Oh, grave itu disimpan di sini.
The cathedra. It is not for me to take that seat.
Altar.
Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts,
Oh, ini kalimat-kalimat
as we forgive our debtors.
yang sering digunakan buat doa
And
gitu.
lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Coba ngobrol sama Francis, ketemu lagi dia.
I'm happy to see you, little brother.
It's good to see you too, Philip. Your hair is starting to get a bit grey.
Yours isn't. At least in this one case, I will be the one to boldly charge ahead of you.
You've always been bold. You just don't admit it to yourself.
Francis, what are you doing here?
King Henry is dead.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
Prior tuh kayak
God has a plan.
I know he does, but King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. Dark times are coming. There will be war.
Francis notes about the late King Henry. Ini pertama nih, King Henry pertama part 1 dated. Oke. Panjang banget.
Only we could stop the suffering.
Maybe we can. I came not just to meet you. I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge 2 weeks ago. The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conflict. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
Okay.
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
Okay. Who knows something about Francis' missing knife?
The knight doesn't seem to be around here.
Waduh, kaget gua. Oke, ini ngapain lagi? Oh, nanya orang kali. Oke, kita nggak dapat map nih. Ini Crypt of Saint Adolphus apa ya? Penasaran gua. Wih.
Locked.
Oh, Saint Adolphus kayaknya yang ini pemimpin paling tingginya kali. Staircase ke atas kali. Lock juga kali. Ya udah.
I believe the tasks that lie ahead of me are down here, near the ground.
Oke, ini kita ke main gate kali. Tadi dikunci anjir.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Oke. Oh, dapat map baru nih. Giliran sekarang baru dapat map. Kita di House of Prayer, Crypt, Kingsbridge Cathedral. Ini forecourt. Kita di forecourt. Toll Hut, Clearing, Mill, Bridge, Chapter, River. Oke. Kita harus ke tadi mana ya? Coba door to the cloister. Ada 2. Oh, ini punya gua. Udah gua. Bawa terus.
Because God created us in His image. That's why we can open.
What we have to ask ourselves is, can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
A new relic might also attract more pilgrims.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I beg your forgiveness. I was overwhelmed when I heard Prior James had passed.
You should know better. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
Iya, sampai hancur tempatnya, adhere to the rules-nya.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
Let us continue this conversation later.
Of course. There's a lot of planning for me to do for the upcoming election.
Kayak politik, sumpah. Malas banget liatnya.
We don't need to go to church for that.
Head to the cemetery.
No, we are the temple.
Arnaldus, ini nggak tahu nih siapa. Ini lagi mancing orang-orang.
Brother Arnaldus, how are you?
Huh? What?
How are you? Are you well?
Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well.
Gila, dia ngeliatin mayat melulu sih
It's
kayak
just
gini
that the
efeknya.
dead won't stay in the ground.
What?
The dead.
It's
probably those badgers always digging up the graves.
Mungkin dia nggak terlalu gila-gila banget sih. Eh, Coba kita keluar dulu, cloister dulu kali ya. Cloister nanti ini langsung aja around the cathedral. Kita keluar dulu kali. Nggak tahu buat apa. Beach nuts, cheese. Oke, kita keluar dulu. Road to north. Kita cek ya. Gloucester. Oke. Siapa tahu di village ada orang. Priory. Oh, hilang. Oke, kita mungkin ke sini kali. Ah, ini siapa nih? Ada orang baru. Ah, ini dia Brother Paul yang awal-awal kita perlu nyari sih.
Brother Paul?
Philip.
Kakinya kenapa anjir?
Ouch. Oh.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes.
Chilblain. Kalau kedinginan ya.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight?
Tadi sih nggak percaya, makanya gua mau pilih dia.
Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
Oh, he could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid.
Afraid?
I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
What? The new prior will need those documents?
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Have faith in the Lord, Brother Paul. You did well.
Thank you, Philip.
Mantep. Francis Knight had a letter with him. It's probably Prior's room. Oke. Head to the mill. Gue penasaran sih ke mill.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Ya, ada lagi. Buset. Apa bedanya? Sama aja. Gue dapet tadi. Kita ada di mill. Oke. Kok bisa buka ini ya? Masih di lock
Locked.
Path to the village, path to the cloister.
But why a church then? Why cathedrals? Why do we create temples if we are the temple? Isn't it all?
Oh, ada ini nih novice ketinggalan kayaknya. Kita di sini nggak ada apa-apa lagi yang unik sih.
My father gave the priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day.
Me neither.
Shall we go into the cellar again tonight?
Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys?
Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall.
I could do some crack stuffing myself.
I bet you could.
One of the novices said he hid Cuthbert's key in a crack of the cathedral. Aduh. House of the Prior. Oh, udah bukan ya. Remigius.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Brother Remigius, I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Yes. I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
Saja dia bunuh sih.
Brother Marcus stole Cuthbert's keys.
Brother Marcus. I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me. Theft is something we cannot take lightly.
That hotel. Inquires about prior demise, reporting the key thief. Boleh lah, coba.
About the keys that were stolen by Brother Marcus.
I will deal with him.
Okay.
About the...
Ask to see documents.
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
About the...
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He now lead.
Ini ada yang ketok, sumpah. Di game ini ada yang ketok. Gua kira itu pintu gua. Di kanan headset gua, sumpah. Aduh. Oke, kita ke sini kali ya. Banyak banget pilihannya. Kita butuh kasih tahu Cuthbert juga kali. Diusir siap-siap.
Why not? We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the cathedral. It feeds us.
Mana sih?
We are people of God.
Kita kemana nih ya? Ini apa nih? Ada yang
Yet
baru.
we need to eat too.
We come together here. The pilgrims donate. So do the nobles.
I see. A temple to feed
That would be
the
a waste.
Yes.
We must take good care of us. And our cathedral.
We must.
Chapter house ya? Apaan ini? Ini, oh.
Brother Andrew.
What is it now?
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt. And without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
The choir. Okay. Okay, all the brothers need to attend the meeting. Susah juga ya. Ini game benar-benar susah sih. Harus, aduh nggak bisa di save lagi. Ini susah banget sih, nggak bohong. Jadi ini kalian harus bener-bener nggak boleh salah atau nggak boleh ada miss gitu. Sedikit detail atau ini benches, coba kayak benches. Misalkan ada kunci atau apa tiba-tiba. Oke. In order to save Prior James dong.
Brother Andrew.
The meeting will until.
Oke.
I believe they have enough to discuss. There will be a chapter meeting in a few minutes.
Oh yes, we will be there.
Thank you for letting us know.
Oke. Ini tempat apa sih? Clue inventory ya namanya. Namanya inventory ya udahlah. Ini item inventory. Oh iya, ini intinya semua brother harus datang ke meeting. Oke. Kesini kali ya.
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it
was again.
The sacrist agreed to a meeting today. That way I might be able to get the letter you were looking for.
Good thinking, Philip. I will attend, of course.
Oke. Ini cracknya bisa di ini nggak sih?
What was that?
No talking.
The novice
Now we
said he hid
sing.
the key.
Are you sure you heard something? Yes, I'm sure.
It was nothing. Calm down and concentrate.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
It's Adolphus.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
Oke.
Did you not hear it?
Ini. Oke, kita harus ke sini kelihatannya sih.
I heard it again.
Yang
Adolphus.
ya Adolphus itu. Gua nggak tahu ya, krip. Intinya ada krip gitu lah. Kita harus buka kunci. Most of the doors and gates in the. Oke, coba. Oke, nice.
Let's see what we can find. No reason to be afraid. Nothing. These old cathedrals are bound to make.
Oh, darknessnya harus ini.
Thought so. Nothing here. Even if it is Adolphus, we would have to welcome him. Nothing here. The saint rests in peace. Hello? No. No one. Not a thing.
Okay.
Hello?
Oh, apa itu? Apa itu?
What is that?
Dideketin lagi.
What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello?
Aduh, burung hantu anjir.
An owl. Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them. The brothers did hear something after all.
Gede banget. Awalnya segede anak kecil.
I heard it.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
Oke. bisa buka nggak sih?
No, not now.
Oh, tunggu dulu, kelar kali ya. Gue mau ngajak mereka. Nggak tahu nih kelar atau kagak sih. Francis. Ini lumayan unik sih gamenya.
Thank you for your help.
How could I know?
Oke. Udah kelar ya? Masih nyanyi, Bambang. Gue pengen ngajak mereka ke meeting, gimana caranya?
Kebakar Gala.
Kebakar nggak, Le? Oh iyalah, gila. Rasanya sakit banget. Udah balik lagi. Masih nyanyi dia. Anjir. Berarti dong nyanyinya. Bukan. Ini gue nggak mau kasih ini klot. Kelar kayak nyanyi ya. Anjir. Terus kemana? Ya udah keluar dulu deh. Kita keluar dulu dah. Gue nggak bisa ngobrol sama dia. Udah double klik buat langsung keluar. Nah, kita ke kitchen nih sekarang.
Philip, Brother Milius.
Buka udah. Ikan.
Come! Warm yourself by the oven.
Is that Philip? Tell him to warm himself by the oven.
Thank you, Brother Cuthbert.
Baik juga mereka sih. Kitchen utensils.
You keep everything nice and tidy around here, Milius?
It's not easy. This morning one of my ladles broke. That's never a good sign. Everything is falling apart.
Betul. Malas juga.
Milius, why do you keep a beautiful pot like this around?
Oh, it reminds me that we should strive for order and beauty. I started collecting some seeds and nuts because I wanted to start a new garden.
A good idea.
I never got around to collecting more, though. If you find some, let me know.
Gua ada nih.
Ah, wonderful.
I always put some extra stones on the stove to warm up water. Put one in your pocket, and you'll keep warm.
Oh? Ouch!
Careful, they're hot.
Kayak ini dong. Ini apaan? Oh, ini milih. Reklot lah. Okay, nice.
Nice and warm, and I didn't burn my hands, Milius.
I knew you could do it.
Batu dibakar sih jadi lama banget sih emang, bener.
Hard at work as usual, Milius?
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you
Salt
have fresh
fish.
fish every day at your cell in the forest.
Mau keringin.
Every other day we even have poultry.
Buat ngekeringin.
You have done wonderful work at St. John's, Philip. We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. May the Lord rest his soul. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the mother house.
After the election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remedius? Put things right?
Who would vote for Remigius? He would be no better than Prior James.
He is the sub-prior, and he made promises to some of the brothers, like the sacrist. He's about to burn all the books and documents in the prior's room, including the priory's ledgers.
Remigius says James asked for everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
So I've heard. Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving.
Oke. Iya, cuma masa dia doang.
Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refuse.
No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps.
Gak ada yang mau ngikutin, gak mau jadi leader, kecuali yang jahat doang.
Not since he began talking to the devil.
Ini gue kira,
What?
ini keren juga sih.
One day he started talking to the devil, as if they were standing side by side. He was bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sins? Did you see a knight in Kingsbridge?
You mean, aside from the nobles attending the Christmas service? No.
Okay.
Prior James had a document.
It's probably among...
Oh no.
He's in the prior...
Oke, nothing.
We'll talk more later.
Coba kita ngobrol sama Cuthbert sekarang guys. Ini nggak terlalu guna dia kayaknya milis.
Brother Cuthbert.
Ah, we were waiting for you. I hope you brought some of that.
Ya,
I gave it to one of your novices.
Why would you do that?
He said it's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Greedy brother Marcus.
You are too trusting, Philip.
Brother Cuthbert, you seem right.
Prior James, but the priory...
Philip knows.
Yes, I know.
We should be rich, but we are in... Our novices steal from it. Yes, someone used them to steal food from the cellar. Today I found something...
Cuthbert...
Where did you find it?
The thief.
That is a sack. Will you...
I already...
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
Okay.
About the key...
Will you...
I already...
Keep them until we know what to do. It's probably...
Oke, coba.
Let us continue
kayaknya pakai
another time, Brother Cuthbert.
clue invest itu.
Of course.
Gue lupa pakai clue yang ini ke choir juga, bisa sekalian habis itu.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent.
Brother Cuthbert.
Do not worry.
Nggak ada ketawanya. Milias juga, choirnya juga harusnya tadi.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there. You have our support.
Oke. Kok mana ya tadi? Sini. Salah. Aduh. Mungkin jauh gue jalurnya. Kalau mau jalan cepet ya gini, double klik jadinya. Kalau lari double klik nggak sih? Enggak, jalan sama aja. Ya udah, ngobrol sama mereka, ngajak.
Brother Andrew has arranged a meeting.
Yes, please go ahead. We will be there in a few minutes.
cloister. Cara lari gimana sih? Di sini nggak ada lari ya. Jalan doang kayak. Around the cathedral, stables. Nggak. Kitchen, guest house nggak ada apa-apa. Oke, pathway. Kita ke mungkin coba buka ini. Katanya lock ya. Atau bisa dibuka. Oke, kebuka. Yet another secret, oke. Oke, ini ada apa aja sih? Millwork. Oke. Harus lewat sini dari tadi. Kita cek millworknya ada apa? Beyond repair.
To repair this, it will need more than my faith.
Ini apaan? Cloth. Woods carved into wood. Brother, I have to leave. I have not found God to be here with you. The cane of sub-prior images shall never again hit my back. Never again. Maybe I shall find God elsewhere. Ya udah. Oke, gitu aja. Coba jalan lagi ke sini. Kayaknya tadi ada jalur nggak sih? Apa sih? Ada secret apa sih di sini? Nggak ada apa-apa kan? Ini kali. Oh, gua ada batu. Kasih aja Brother Paul. Kakinya dia kedinginan. Ntar kasih tahu ada meeting juga ke dia.
Here, Paul.
Oh. Ouch! Oh. A hot stone! Ah! It's a mercy, Philip. Thank you.
Remigius should give you a fire, or not have you sit here at all.
I don't really mind. Winter is bound to end sometime. Philip, if you ever run into trouble with Remigius, be careful to answer him. Do not stay silent.
Silent?
Nothing makes him angrier than someone who doesn't answer. He becomes weak and defensive. It's not fitting for a sub-prior, let alone prior.
Wih, nice banget itu. Kayak ya udah, ajak dia.
There will be a chapter meeting soon.
Ah, thank you for letting me know, Philip.
Oke.
Remember my advice about Remigius.
Harus jawab terus ya. Kita kesini kali. Oh tadi, aduh lupa. Harusnya ke kitchen. Mana nih? Untung cepet lo bisa double click. Aduh, ada proses tutup pintu.
It's getting cold. When will these novices...
I found some beech nuts.
Ah, we will grow a beech tree then.
Wonderful.
If we ever get round to starting the garden.
I'm sure you will.
Oke, Garden of Eden. Dapat achievement lagi. Oke, kita satu orang novices ya. Ajak mereka kali.
A waste of time.
A waste of time. Ya udah, Arnaldus aja dah.
Brother Arnaldus, there's a chapter meeting today.
Today, I'll be there. Wouldn't miss that.
Full house. Oke, artinya kita udah dapat rekrut semua orang untuk ikut kali ya. Kita udah ready, artinya bisa langsung sih. Oke. Coba. Pokoknya harus dilawan dianya. Tapi gue penasaran. Kalau yang gue lihat ya, ini lebih baik kalau nanti misalkan ketemu sama Remigius yang si jahat itu, kita nggak ngobrol apa-apa. Siapa tahu lebih baik. Oke, let's see.
The choir has finished singing. The cantor should find time now. Are you ready for the chap? If you have any other business, the meeting could take...
Coba dulu deh.
The chapter meeting is more important.
Ini bagian penting nih chapter meetingnya. Buat nahanin dokumen ledger semuanya yang dari prior yang sebelumnya.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honored. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him?
Coba gua nggak balas apa man.
What are you trying to achieve with your silence? You waste our time.
I say he knew him well.
James was the one who asked Philip to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not? Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Dia benci kan ya kan.
Your silence is offensive. You came to talk, so talk.
Prior James was a troubled man.
Yes, he left the priory in the dead of night.
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
Benci kayaknya didiemin.
Maybe it wasn't the devil. We've never seen him.
Don't speak for him. He hasn't answered any of my questions.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
Yes. He brought me a hot stone.
That's our Philip.
But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not? We deserve the truth. What are your true intentions?
Let me answer.
No. Why is he not answering any of my questions? Tell him, all of you, Tell him to answer me.
Calm down, Remigius. Philip has said what he had to say.
Why is no one listening to me?
Look around you. This priory is in a sorry state.
Orang politik dia.
Please vote to save the prior's documents from the fire. It's the only way to help this priory.
I say we leave the decision not up to a vote, but to Remigius.
That is against the rules.
Is it? He will be our new prior in a few days. Cuthbert declined, do you not remember?
I remember well. And I say no one in Kingsbridge is better suited for prior than Remigius.
Well, thank you, brother.
That's true.
Hear, hear.
I wonder why Cuthbert declined.
Surely not.
Mulai gibah.
That said, there is someone not from our priory, someone better suited. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge. What do you say, Philip?
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously, much more.
Excellent choice.
What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great
Probably
idea.
Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Silentius
Thank
as
you for your
Aurum.
kind offer. But we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you.
Dapat achievement guys kalau misalkan diem doang pasti meeting biar teman kalian aja.
We don't have much time. Evening mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
So this is not about the late King Harry, Empress Maud, and King Stephen. 1136 ini gila sih, lama banget. Or New King 900 tahun lebih, gila. Udah satu abad ini. 10 abad artinya. Buset. Oh, terus dicatat. Oke.
Now, letter.
Oke, letter. Dokumen coba.
Prior James, our god, and whom he destroyed. The first line is from...
Philip, we must focus.
Nothing here.
If we must, we'll look between. But for now, let's.
Tablet kali.
The writing here, but it must be James.
Age can be a troublesome.
Tomb. Nah, itu letternya tuh.
Francis, I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations, the apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb?
The Lamb? The Lamb
What
siapa?
was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed.
Benar
Break
sih.
the seal.
Inspect. Letter, ini paling penting. Robert of Gloucester, name the date and we will be ready to shed blood in the name of Empress Maud. I and my bondsmen will ride against Stephen of Blois ngomongnya Blow atau we do not start the war but we shall unleash it. Anjir. Stephen himself started it. The day he betrayed King Henry's daughter and took her throne. He and those who swore loyalty to him, Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
The Bishop of Kingsbridge?
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
Bishop
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Iya, petinggi itu bishop tuh. Weh, man of politics. Your friends to uncover conspiracy against the king. You were nominated to become prior of Kingsbridge. You agreed to meet the bishop. Gave Brother Paul a hostel in Swedish Spain. Remigius lost his temper during the chapter meeting. He respects you. He lost his temper. You found a message in the mail. You found beach nuts for Millie. Okay, nice. Chapter bukan. Sorry. Chapter 1 kelar, guys. Chapter 2. Kita masih lanjut nih. Oh, Jack. Oh, ini yang tokoh utamanya, namanya ini Jack ternyata. Apa nih? Bor. Jack. Ada map. Map of Kingsbridge doang adanya, anjir. Gak ada lagi yang lain. Dead. Oke. Deer marks. Jalannya lebih cepat sih. Oh, ada deer. Oke. Emang sakit ya? Kenapa nggak arrow aja? Mana lagi? Slingshot emang sakit ya? Uh. Headshot. Harusnya sih kena kepala emang sakit sih. Batu kena kepala sih sakit. Fresh kill. Oh, ini udah membusuk. Udah busuk bornya.
My name is Jack. For a long time, it was the only name I had known. I was born and raised in a cave by my mother. We were used to getting by, but that year the winter had been harsh. I was proud to have killed my first deer that day. And while waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
The cave. Anjir, dia tinggal
The
di
Lord
cave.
and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
Nice.
Afternoon was approaching fast, and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat, I had to do it on my own. Else it would all go to waste.
Iya, harus mandiri sih. Berat tapi hidupnya kayak gini gila. Ini apa lagi? Dia bisa lari nggak sih? Oke, locks, heart, bookshelf. Ini taruh kali bookshelf.
I can do this later.
Ke bookshelf harus lewat sini. Oke, ini harus ngapain? Gua nggak tahu. Ini, oh, apa nih? Castle.
There he is. Charles the Great, the protector of my town. You're coming with me.
Made by mother. Oke, kayaknya siapin locks dulu kali ya. Ini tools apaan? Helen's bow. Oke. Sex. Makanannya banyak.
I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it.
Oke. Ada twigs buat apa tuh?
What's that?
Oh, dipasang jatuhin gitu dong.
The fire isn't warm enough. I need some dry wood. Good. It's warmer. Mother will be proud. Now, what's that noise? I can't eat it raw.
Oke. Kayaknya udah lengkap sih harusnya. Oh, ini tempatnya yang dulu. Tempatnya si ini.
It was hit by something sharp. That was no animal.
Ini tempatnya si Tom Builder. Ini Francis. Itu Francis loh.
Good. He hasn't seen you. Who is he? A whip. That's what he is.
Oh, ini anaknya si ini ditinggal.
Bad. I told you about people like him, remember? Is he a monk? He is. Although not an ordinary one. Maybe an official for someone important. I don't like this one bit. He looks nice though. He's smiling. Listen, Cub. I am sorry. I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, we must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God. Least of all his compassion. You'll either end up in a monastery or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No need to be afraid.
I'm going to follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
Ditinggal anaknya sama si Tom. Nggak mampu ngurusin takutnya. Dikubur. Padahal kalau lurus bisa ketemu mereka, si Jack.
Mother?
Oh, Alfred ini anaknya.
Don't move. We killed the pig thief in Salisbury. We can kill you too. Bloody outlaw. Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
I don't have the baby.
Right. What's this?
Give it back.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
Give me my book.
Go on, give it to him. And now come. If we walk steady, we'll be in Shiring by tomorrow.
It was a monk.
What?
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true? Where did he go?
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy?
Jack.
Do you live in these woods, Jack? Then you know this place better than us. Please. I don't know why I left the child. I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either. I have to know if he's all right. Will you help us?
He doesn't want to. Can we go now?
Just give him a moment, dear. We'll be on our way soon.
You will help us, and don't try and run, or you'll feel my hammer.
What did he say?
He said he's coming with us.
Thank you. You're a good lad. I owe you.
Anjir, what the fuck is this?
For now, I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I had any plans of getting away, it would be like hunting deer. I had to stay sharp until the others forgot to be.
Oke, oh ini keren sih. Bishop's Place, Saint John di sini.
The monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. The big man looked at me. "Which way, boy?" he asked. But I could only guess. The stream led us to a more convenient crossing. Here, one could easily pass without getting drenched in icy water. Suddenly, the boy called out. He had spotted something on the other bank. A set of fresh hoofprints. He laughed triumphantly as our eyes locked. So, we crossed the river. The boy cheerfully mocking my skills as a tracker.
Sini kali. What the fuck ini? Gelap banget, gak bisa kelihatan apa-apa.
What is it?
He got us lost.
Did you?
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on, up on my shoulders you go.
No, I'm too heavy, and you're too tired anyway. I will remain steadfast.
You should all get some rest. Alfred, stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
No, don't go.
I won't be far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favour while I'm gone. Have an eye on the lads and make sure they get some sleep, all right?
All right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests, and no tricks.
Songong banget gue bantuin. Ini apaan?
Hey,
Huh? What is it? Did you hear something?
the fog is lifting.
I don't like you. Tell me, why do you care about your book so much? You're an animal. You don't even know what it is.
I'm not an animal. I'm a hunter.
A hunter? What do you hunt?
Boar, duck, deer.
So you are an outlaw. No one's allowed to hunt deer except for the king.
The king?
Yes, the king of the English. You've never even heard about him, have you? You only know how to rob and how to kill.
Yes, I can kill.
Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog. There is something there.
Deer. Kayak deer.
What is it?
A deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Children! Martha, wake up, dear.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find him?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
If I'd known you lived this close, my Agnes might have been saved.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say. People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring water.
Thank
Sometimes
you,
you
Jack.
get lucky, but not this year.
Tapi sih
Some
benar
time
sih.
ago I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan to keep the walls and defences in shape. It would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
Harus sopan kali ya. Yang kecil dulu, yang dewasa.
What
terus baru
happened?
I refused. All I cared about was working on a cathedral again. I was a fool.
You can do better than to build churches.
Well, I worked on one once. That was good work. I won't ramble on now. But if you ask Martha, she'll tell you everything about it.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labor. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No, that is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet. All I can say is, I raised him alone in this cave, outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
How do you get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. You can thank Jack for the meal, by the way. My little cub caught his first deer today, all by himself.
I'm impressed. Eat well, children. You need your strength.
And so do you, Master Builder. Go on, tuck in.
I will. Thank you.
Suaranya dalam banget gitu. I will. Thank you.
Well, they're asleep now. So, what is it?
I told you that the monk had taken the
Angkatan punya
baby to a
cewek.
small cell nearby. It's true,
but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to steal him. I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care, more than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
Benar
You're
sih,
a
udah
good
susah.
man, Tom Builder.
Namanya
You're
Tom
kind
Builder.
and gentle and strong.
Bob the
You will do
Builder.
the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone, you know. Jack and I will have to leave this place soon. The winter is too cruel, and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel together.
I don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we would be at each other's side, helping out however we can.
Benar saya. Make a good proposition sih
The
sebenarnya.
living must take care of the living.
The living must take care of the
Yes.
living. Jack nggak tidur.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom. In that dream I was happy. I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
Oh ya udah kelar? What the fuck? Alfred grew to dislike you. Oh ya, chapter 2 kelar. Gila cepet juga ya. Kayaknya chapter 3 kelar nih nanti. Mana berapa chapter? 7 katanya di sini. Ah, ini Philip lagi ya. Iya. Ah, ini susah nih. Ada Palace. Can't do this. What if I fail? What if I succeed? Shouldn't be here. Perhaps we should not see. Contemplating sendiri udah dia. Ada. Gimana ya? Oh ya, Apple. Boleh dah, ini dulu. Pony. Peluk dulu lah. Gitu dong.
My brother is as stubborn as you are sometimes. But I trust him. The bishop has to.
Barrels full of apples. Ambil dulu lah ya. Saya makan kuda gua kali.
My pony needs to be fed soon. Should I
Oh.
take some?
Take aja.
I will take just a couple.
Gate, building, sunset.
My pony should be. Do I just. My pony needs to be.
Mati dia enggak? Oh enggak.
It's not the time to consult scripture.
Anjir.
And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons." God Tell me.
God, tell me what we want to
Why
do.
would the bishop seem...
Oke. Kayaknya gue udah banyak makanan, jadi langsung kasih kuda gue aja kali ya.
There you go. You're still hungry, aren't you? Here.
Help an old friend.
How do I tell the bishop I found it?
Aduh. Palace. Ini apa? Door. Palace. Stables full of hay. Building, gate, stable, palace, palace. Door, palace. Bingung pintu
Who
mana yang...
am I to approach? If I can face our Lord, then why would I be
Aduh, save dulu dah. Save yang di sini. Chapter 3. Oke. Jaga-jaga. Kayaknya ini orang penting banget gitu kelihatannya, makanya harus hati-hati.
Oh, why must I be so nervous?
Ada Kitty.
I trust Francis. He knows about these things.
How can I help you?
I have come to see the bishop.
Who may I tell the bishop is visiting?
I am Philip of Gwynedd.
And what, may I tell Bishop Walerin, is the reason for your visit? The bishop insists that I ask.
I am afraid I can only tell the bishop himself.
The bishop wishes to know beforehand.
In this case, we will have to make an exception.
Wait here.
Okay.
If I can face our Lord... If I can face our Lord, I must do what I feel is right. What else could I do?
Did I not tell you to wait?
Oh.
Philip of Gwynedd.
The Right Reverend Bishop Walerin, by God.
Please, sit down.
Thank you, Right Reverend.
Please, call me Walerin. It seems you were a little impatient. But of course, there is nothing wrong with eagerness. I hear you've done good work at that little cell in the forest.
I'm surprised you know about it.
As bishop, I am the ex officio abbot of Kingsbridge.
Waduh, ini orang penting lagi.
So, I am bound to take an interest.
Well, God has blessed us in St. John.
I wish God would confer similar blessings on Kingsbridge Priory. Tell me, Prior Philip, what brings you here at such a late hour? Timothy said that you will only tell me.
I expect you know that Stephen of Blois has claimed the throne of England. With the blessing of the Church.
Already?
I had heard of plans and of aspirations. This is very good. I have met Stephen. As bishop, I am much involved. Of course, the church can never be... Now, how do you... Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Excuse me. No, I heard at a guest house on my way to Kingsbridge. Unfortunately, I rarely see my brother.
You both must be very busy indeed. But why are you bringing up politics? Tell me, Philip, why are you here?
Oh. Was I wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the Sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping and corrupt. So are all sheriffs. Philip, how did you get this letter?
Buang aja.
I found it among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I am staying there for a few days.
Salah pilihan gua sih.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
Aduh, gue pengen ngulang.
You know about this?
Kayak salah lo milihnya. Harusnya nggak usah lie.
Regis mentioned it once.
I asked them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Dia tahu banyak hal loh, nggak mungkin gua nggak tahu.
And there you found the letter?
Yes.
Timothy, leave us. And did you find anything else?
No, just the letter. The messenger carrying it had an accident and died near Kingsbridge.
Accident, yeah.
A war would cost so many lives.
God thunders wondrously with his voice.
He does great things that we cannot comprehend. The Book of Job. But this is not the work of God, but of Earl Bartholomew.
You are truly the man I have heard so much about. I will call on friends of mine. Pray for us that we can put an end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late. You did a brave thing for our church, Brother Philip. A brave thing indeed. You'll go back to Kingsbridge Priory now and forget about the sheriff, won't you?
I will.
And don't speak of this to anyone there.
I shan't.
Harusnya gue nggak boleh like pas ketemu dia. Dan coba gue ulang deh, kalimatnya ada yang salah mungkin. Load, tunggu, di save ya. Load dulu, coba ulang. Impatient. You're rather impatient. Coba ulang. Gue kasih tahu dia, gue ketemu tapi nggak ada hubungannya tentang ini. Coba cepetin, double click.
I have come.
Who may...
I am Philip of Gwynedd.
The bishop.
Gue gak mau ngasih tau dia, dia bisa aja.
Only tell the bishop.
The bishop wishes to know beforehand.
In this case, we will have to make an exception.
Wait here.
I may lead only a small cell, but that does not mean my matters are of less importance. I must do what I feel is right. What else could I do? If I can face our Lord, then why would I be afraid to face my bishop? If I can face our Lord, then why would I be afraid to face my bishop?
Wah, shit, mantap juga. Katanya suruh wait here. Boleh kemana-mana. No, no, no. Pony. No, jangan. I said wait here, terus pergi malah. Gue nungguin dia buka pintu sih.
If I can face...
Capek lo naik tangga.
The bishop will see you now.
Ah, kirain jauh gua. The bishop.
Philip of Gwynedd.
The Right Reverend Bishop Wailerin by God.
Please, sit down.
Thank you, Right Reverend.
Please, call me. I hear you've done good work at...
I'm
As bishop, So...
Well, God has...
I wish God would confer Tell me, Prior. Timothy said that... Please, I hope you are not nervous. Take all the time you need.
Thank you.
Yeah, enak gitu.
I expect you know that Stephen of Blois has claimed the throne of England, with the blessing of the church.
Already? I had heard of plans and of aspirations. This is very good. I have met Stephen. As bishop, I am much involved in politics. Of course, the church can never be involved enough. Now, how do you know of this? Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester, is he not?
Yes. Francis mentioned this to me. He is indeed working for the Earl of Gloucester.
But why are you bringing up politics? Tell me, Philip, why are you here?
Was I wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the Sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping and corrupt. So are all sheriffs. Philip, how did you get this letter?
I found it among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I am staying there for a few days.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
You know about this?
Sub-Prior Remigius mentioned it once.
I asked them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Well, and there you found the letter?
Yes.
Timothy, leave us. And did you find anything else?
No, just the letter. The messenger carrying it had an accident and died near Kingsbridge.
And your brother Francis told you about it?
No.
Philip, you already told me you have talked with him about this. From the letter I see the messenger was employed by your brother's master. That is why it is understandable that you would want to protect him. But there is no need to lie to me.
A war would cost so many lives.
God thunders wondrously with his voice.
He does great things that we cannot comprehend. The Book of Job.
Unik sih pertanyaannya.
This is not the work of God, but of Earl Bartholomew.
Responnya beda kalau true terus ini memang kontradiksi.
I will call on friends of mine. Pray for us that we can put an end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late. You did a brave... You'll go back to Kingsbridge.
I will.
And,
I shan't.
Okay. Ini harus ngapain jadinya? Pony balik pulang dong.
Time to leave, old friend.
Okay. The cave. Oh, balik lagi.
Did you pack enough food? It will be a while before you get to eat smoked venison again.
Yeah, I took some.
Anyone seen Martha?
She said she had to piss.
All right. I'll go get her.
You're a mason too, right?
Uh-huh.
So, what have you built so far? I'm sure Jack would love to hear about your work.
Houses. I mostly carve rocks. I haven't built much yet.
That must be hard work.
Right.
Papa usually protects me, but he can't always be around. He needs to take
Kasian.
care of himself too.
I will always be around.
That's not your job. You should look after yourself and your mother first. And I want to stay here where it's safe.
This knight is Charles the Great. He will protect you.
Oh. Am I his princess?
You are. Together, you are
Baik juga
brave
nih,
and
Om.
smart and will never give up.
All right. I have to stay steadfast. Thank you, Jack.
Come on. We're going on a great quest.
On our way, I told Martha the names of my trees. There was the birch, Jerusalem, and the oaks, Alexandria and Byzantium. When I pointed
Banyak
out
juga ya.
Rome, she laughed and named an apple tree Southampton.
Southampton.
The farther we walked, the merrier she became, christening all the new trees Winchester, Bath, Salisbury, while I grew
Salisbury.
quieter and
Salisbury.
quieter.
Salisbury. Salisbury.
Finally, we arrived at a large road. This heads towards Shiring, Tom said. The strangest name of them all.
Shiring. Ke arah mana? Oh. Itu jalur doang sih.
By noon, we had reached the edge of town. Mother gave us some dry prunes to chew while she argued with Tom whether we should head directly to town or past the palace of the so-called bishop. Tom was hopeful to find work at the palace, but Mother seemed uneasy.
Okay. Headed towards town. Went to see the bishop. Town aja.
Mother seemed happy to head directly into town and avoid the palace. These churchmen are all crooks, she said. But Tom answered with a worried expression on his brow. They might be the only ones willing to hire a mason around here. Shiring was full of people looking for work. Mother and Tom kept asking around while we rested our feet at the market. Alfred gave me a look as if he wanted to punch me, but I only stared at the buildings, amazed by the straightness of their walls. Finally, Mother called us over. Rumor had it that the Earl of Shiring was hiring all kinds of people. It was then that I heard a man in a robe say, "That voice, it's her. The witch. She was here 10 years ago."
Or Castle ujung-ujungnya kan? Sama aja kali ya. Oh ini justru yang mau perang dia orang ini nih Earl-nya. Mau ngajak perang dia justru. Wah, ada dua belah pihak jadinya nanti dong, kok kayak gitu. Ini Alfred.
You don't know me.
Oh, beda.
You're misjudging whatever it is I did. I'm willing to forgive your mistake if you accept my offer now.
This is all about family honor to you, isn't it? Perhaps I should tell you about my mother. She was a happy person who loved to laugh and tell stories, but father made her miserable. Oh, he's not a bad man, but solemn and strict. She hated him so much she died from it.
Are you saying you don't like me?
You're so self-centered. You never think about anyone else's feelings. You have no refinement and you can barely read. What were you expecting?
One day you will see that you are wrong, and then I won't be so forgiving.
All right. Let's hope it's true and the Earl needs us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Alfred, keep an eye out. I'll be right back. And boys, try to be nicer to each other.
An eye out for what?
Papa wants him to look for things that are broken.
Some people don't know they need a mason until you show them.
Papa could fix their walls or build a house.
One man can build an entire house? I want to see.
Learn what you can, but don't stray too far.
Ugh. Why won't anyone just give me something to eat?
Watch.
How do you do that?
Like this.
That's nothing fancy. Anyone can do that.
Well, I could watch Jack all day.
Suit yourself.
cepet banget.
Yay!
Ya, gagal. Coba lagi.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, nyaris.
And another one.
Ah, itu yang susah sih. Yang kecil yang susah. Lucu juga Marta.
Yay!
Orang kena kepala.
Nice. Nice.
Nah, berhasil.
And another one.
Oke, berhasil.
Stay sharp, Jack.
He looks like a small...
True, but even small bears can have an... Just because we are out of the forest.
Hello, Jack. Have you ever been?
No.
Castles are very safe.
Mother told me stories about castles. About... Oh, like the one about Tristan and Isolde. They drank a potion and had to love...
I know that. Jack, do you think that it would be so nice?
Ini kemana ya? Banyak banget jalurnya. Cross the yard, gatehouse. Tom. Well. Oke, nggak ada apa-apa harusnya sih. Jalan-jalan aja kali. Nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain.
Jack, be careful.
I can't believe the Earl allowed his daughter to refuse him. How scandalous.
Well, William Hamley is an idiot. I wouldn't marry him either. She deserves someone better. Such a very bright and charming girl.
No, she's an arrogant one, just like her father.
Don't see that. It's not arrogance. It's nobility. You have to be like that if you want people to respect you.
I agree. She will do fine. It's the Earl's son I'm more worried about. To think that coward is set to be next in
Hello,
line.
my name...
At least he knows how to order people around.
Right. What a brat.
Lumayan gila juga sih tempatnya ya, gede juga nih. Hidup banget sih tempat gamenya, gua suka sih.
Are you knights?
We are? Why, you want to be like us?
Like you?
Tell you what, snatch us some food from the keep, and we might train you.
Very good. That should be a valuable first lesson.
Oke. Or so. Oke, siapa tahu ya. Keep, walk up to the wall, to the tower.
Come on. The keep is right up there.
To the keep, walk up to the wall. Banyak banget barang-barang sih di sini. Lock. William Hamley.
Watch your step, you little twit.
Don't mind him, boy. That's just William Hamley. He was hoping for a princess, but all he got was a boot.
What's he doing? Do you think he forgot something?
His dignity, perhaps?
Look, you strike me as an honest worker, but we have a right who does all the repairs for us.
Then something else, maybe? I heard rumours that there's all kinds of work here.
Well, unfortunately, it's not builders we're looking for. Actually, it's quite the opposite.
I understand. Thank you for your consideration. Walk with me, boy.
Save. Jadi ini ada ketemu sesuatu, katanya harus lempar slingshot ke ini. Mati dong kalau itu. Gampang udah. Kena 2. Worth it kayaknya, ya udah dapat achievement juga. Jack will be
I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Aliena...
Lady Aliena?
A charming young woman. She lives on top of the keep.
Like a princess?
Well, no. Although, I suppose she would make a splendid queen indeed. For now, she is just the Earl of Shiring's daughter, and quite good at her role, if I may say so.
Oh, okay.
And farewell to you.
Coba lagi. Dibunuh kali. Nggak bisa di cancel sih. Nggak tahu kenapa seru banget. Ya udah ngomong cepet.
I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Aliena won't see any visitors today.
Lady Aliena.
Okay.
And farewell.
Ini apaan? Letter ini. Bisa diambil nggak ya? Burnt letter. Oke. Ini pasti William Hamley ya. Dibakar harus. Coba save dulu deh.
So, have you heard about anyone else who might need a mason?
Last summer they were
I
building
found
up
this
the
in the keep's
monastery in
kitchen.
Shaftesbury,
Can you
but they
teach
might
me how to be a
finished
knight now?
Shit! Oh no! You shit!
Been to
Shit!
Shaftesbury. Already
You
too many
can't just
masons and
steal
too little
from the
work.
Earl.
We were messing with you, lad. Just messing.
What about Earl's cost?
Put that thing away.
That's
Quick.
up to the Earl
Let's
and
pretend
his
we didn't
stewards
see
to
it.
decide. I can't say anything.
Boy, do us a favour and stay small.
There are too many fully grown bastards out there already.
Hard to tell where to stick your sword first.
Tom di mana ya tadi? Hilang gitu Tom. Udah dapat ayam kok gitu. Ayam gratis. Ah, ini dia.
Even a fool can see these buildings need work. If the Earl's not worrying about his stalls and his kitchens, it might be something else.
They refused you.
Oh, just because work rarely falls into one's lap, that doesn't mean there is none. I'll give this place a look over while you tell your mother to be patient.
What do you need work for?
It pays. It buys shelter and clothing and we don't have to starve. Not everyone can live in a forest, boy.
No?
No. People need to be around people. And for that, things have to be set in stone. Like the laws in towns, or rents, or wages. If everyone did whatever they liked, things would get very bad very quickly.
Terlalu baik si Tom sih sebenarnya.
Can't you work somewhere else?
Not if we want to eat tonight.
What are you looking...
Something to convince the Earl that keeping things the way they are won't do for long. Could be something small, like washed out mortar or a loose column. Yeah, I need to see the hole before I can carve the rock.
Oke, dapat tujuan artinya.
I'm going to talk to some people. You just keep an eye out. And if you see something I can fix, let me know.
Oke. Nih. Oh, ada apa nih wall? Oke, ke atas dong ya. Coba-coba kita naik deh.
What is it, boy? You just want to stand there and stare?
All right then, let's see what you've got. You're good. Could kill a boar with that stare. Pierce it like an arrow.
Staring
Ever tried
contest
that, boy?
competition.
Stare a boar to death?
No, but I can kill a deer with a rock.
You know what had happened to a boy who claimed he'd killed a deer?
Only the king is allowed to, right?
Aye, or the queen for that matter. Whoever has their arse on the bloody throne end of summer. Used to be that anyone could hunt, but these are proper times now. Decent and orderly. At least when it comes to butchering deer, that is.
Are you a knight?
I'll be damned if I would have risked my life for nothing if I... Be warned, lad. Get a job that pays. Not one where you have to pay for a new horse every time someone kicks. Being a knight costs you, especially when you're also a drunkard. Damn.
Will you be fighting?
Why you ask? All right, let me tell you a secret. Can you keep a secret? What color is your shite, boy? Excellent. Looks like you can keep your mouth shut after all. You want to be in on the real deal now? Then just say the words, "What's your bloody secret, catface?"
What's your bloody secret, Catface?
Well put, boy. Well put. For bloody it is. We are all going to fight soon. It's for a thing called loyalty. See, all these knights are loyal to one man, and he is loyal to another. And he then is loyal to yet another, a woman, who is the rightful queen of the English. For some here, loyalty's all about coin and
Ini
fame.
ngasal sih milihnya.
But for me, it's all about whom I trust, whom I'd follow all the way to hell for all the right reasons. Going to hell together with confidence and trust. It's what's holding this world together, boy. So, you understood my little secret? Good.
Do you need a med?
Me? Well, these battlements could use a... I don't know a bloody thing about. All I care about is a good, sturdy wall. That reminds me of a story.
Lucu juga dia.
Well, but back in my day, I was also quite the stealthy bastard, if I may say so. While both sides rested for the night, I took my crowbar and swam over to the enemy. There was this piece of wall where the mortar had gone away, and one could easily look through the holes into their courtyard.
Lucu banget yang ini.
So what did I do? I smoothly tore a hole with my crowbar and snuck inside. Then, what you want to do is hit them where it really hurts. And that's not always the groin. In this case, it was their old well barely standing up. So, one kick, and all its rocks tumbled and covered the hole. From then on, they were without water, the shortest siege in the... And not all because I had an eye on the wall and made good use of that...
That's what
Knights do a lot of...
How did you...
I looked for a wall where the mortar was gone, and I kicked in their ramshackle well.
Okay.
Huh.
What a strange boy.
What a strange boy. Orang kecil boleh ke battlements ya. Go down lagi kan. Go back downnya jauh. Oh sini turun. Balik ya. Oke. Oh, bentar sebelum balik sini sih. Ini kasih tahu ke ini. Lupa gue.
The battlements are...
I noticed that. Anything else?
There is a wall with...
If that's true, you have a very... Now, see if you can spot one... Even better, keep an ear out for gossip about the... If we can figure out what kind of man he is...
Tom needs work on his skill. Okay. Ini mortar nih. Make a save right here. Coba kita save dulu deh. Oke. Oh, ini well-nya rusak. Ini makan nih.
Where did you get that?
Just eat it.
Well, alright. Maybe you're not so bad after all.
Disimpan. Friends of Sword. Oh. Coba reload lagi. Oh iya ya, benar juga. Gue kasih, terus dapat achievement. Tapi chickennya masih ada. Tapi ini nggak tahu ini penting atau enggak. Kayaknya nggak terlalu sih.
There is one.
What?
There is a princess here.
Oh, show me.
My lady?
Yes, Matthew?
There are 2 children downstairs, desperately wanting to see you.
Children?
A rather cheerful little girl, and an annoying boy.
Well, considering that it is my role to tend to my father's guests, I believe I can see them.
Your father let you renounce a wedding. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you declined this as well.
But a cheerful little girl?
And an annoying boy.
We will get along. You may bring them up.
Rambutnya keriting banget kayak gue.
Oh, it's you. I noticed you and your parents from my window. What can I do for you?
Katanya diem doang.
You're quite shy, aren't you? Would you like something to eat?
But they won't serve food yet.
They do what I tell them. I will have Matthew get you some bread.
Yes, please. Where's your mother?
My mother died.
Aren't you sad?
I was, but that was a long time ago. My brother Richard can't even remember her.
My mother's dead too.
When did she die?
Last week.
Oh. Who's that woman with you then?
That's Ellen. She's Jack's mother.
And where's your father, Jack?
He doesn't have one.
Well, everyone's got a father. Did he die too? Did he run off? Some men are such beasts.
Diam aja.
Come on, I want to show you something.
Anak diem doang sih, bener-bener.
Have you ever been up this high before?
No. Wow. All the people look so small. Like little mice. You must be up here every day.
I used to, but nowadays I try to hold myself back.
Why?
We are about to make some great enemies. If our first assault fails, they may want to lay siege to our castle, so I will have to get used to staying up here for a long while. I suppose this view will bore me soon enough. Till then, I'm trying to keep it special.
And you're sharing it with us. I don't think that I'll ever get bored by this.
Come on, let's go back down. Matthew will take you to your parents.
Yang dulu perang tuh bener-bener ya. Gampang banget.
How did it go?
Oh, she was so pretty. Don't you agree, Jack?
Oke, kita coba kasih ini kali.
Lady Aliena is expecting an attack.
An attack? So the Earl is planning to go to battle. That's very helpful, Jack. Now, see if you can spot one more area of damage.
Ya ini.
Tom wouldn't find work here.
Oh tadi, balik dulu deh. Aku belum taruh ini ke well-nya soalnya. Hujan tuh dingin banget guys.
The well is in bad repair.
It is? Yeah, very good, Jack. That's one thing the Earl needs to get fixed for sure. Well, that should do for now. Now, stay sharp. You did a very good job, son. Now, come along. You deserve to see if it works.
Look, I'd like to give you work, but we don't need you.
I just hope you're not expecting a siege soon.
Why do you say that?
Your defences are in bad repair.
Be specific, man.
The mortar in your walls has come away in places. This leaves an opening for a crowbar, and once there's a hole, it's easy to pull the entire wall down.
Anything else?
Yeah, the keep has an undercroft with a wooden door. If I were attacking the keep, I'd go through that door and start a fire in the stores.
And if you were the Earl, how would you prevent that?
I'd have a pile of stone ready shaped and a supply of sand and lime for mortar. And a mason standing by ready to block up that doorway in times of danger.
Matthew, may I have a word with you?
Well, we have a home, for now. You know, this is all thanks to your son, and...
What did he do?
He did what you were supposed to do. He kept an eye and an ear out, and finally helped me convince the Earl. Grab your things and follow me.
Alfred makin benci sama gue lama-lama gitu.
And thus Tom Builder had finally found work. Little did we know then that it wouldn't last for long.
Lone Wolf. Wah gila, ini chapter 3 sih panjang guys. So ask Bishop Walloran for help. He told Bishop Walloran ini. Wah gila, kita coba cek dulu. Aduh. Gila sih, lumayan lama kita stream hari ini. Udah berapa jam ini? 3 jam ya. Wah. Iya, kelihatan banget ini udah 3 jam. Di sini kita cek. He stole a chicken leg for the knights. Oke, ini bagus banget sih walkthrough ini nih. Kita ngelewatin banyak hal udah. Chapter 4. The Prior of Kingsbridge.
It's good you sent your brother to tell your flock in St. John's about your nomination. If you'd gone yourself, they might not have let you leave again.
There is a good chance I will return to St. John's after the election today.
Why so pessimistic?
Many of the brothers still want Remigius to become prior.
Philip.
Yes?
There was an incident with one of our novices.
What kind of incident?
Remigius caned him. He was bleeding all over.
Oh, the cane.
He could barely walk, but walk he did. We called out for him, but he did not turn around. He never looked back.
He ran away?
He's not the first. And it wasn't the first time Brother Marcus was punished either.
Brother Marcus?
Yes, he stole my keys and food. You reported him to Remigius.
I did, but he is practically a child.
Remigius really goes too far.
Last year he hit a novice. The poor soul became deaf in one ear.
Masa harus dipukul
Tell
kalau
me,
ngajarin orang?
Philip, what will be the first thing that you do when you're elected?
We must become self-sufficient and pay off our debts.
Yes, we must.
It will take years of hard work.
You just keep doing what you have always done, Milius. And we will teach the brothers out there to do the same.
You cannot go in there.
What was that?
Who are these people? Hey! Step back. Step back, I said.
What is going on out there?
Soldiers?
Did they start a war again? Those fools.
Philip! It's Francis. They have Francis.
Francis?
Brother Philip, I'm afraid these soldiers are looking for your brother. He has just arrived. 2 of them followed him into the cloister.
No.
They said they're looking for...
What is happening?
Return to your
We'll question.
Oh, Hamley. William Hamley ngapain di sini?
What's your name? It would be easier for us all if you just came with us.
What about the child? Is it yours?
Jahat banget nih Hamley ini.
Francis.
Like it or not, you'll be coming with us.
We were looking for you. You must be mistaken.
We got your description.
What are you doing here? And who is that?
I found him. In the woods.
Hey! Hey!
We fed him goat's milk in St. John's. Johnny Eightpence did. He says he misses you.
He was always very sentimental.
Hey! Philip, you must not tell these men my name. My Lord Robert of Gloucester believes me to be in Winchester.
I gave the letter to the bishop. He said he'd help.
May God have mercy on us. I was wrong to send you.
What is it?
These men are with the bishop. He is here in Kingsbridge.
The bishop is here?
Hey, you two. You should listen when you're spoken to. Who are you? And what about the child?
Did you make it? Did you two do it and make a little baby?
William nih.
By God, you look so funny. Oh, come on, let me hold it.
A name, or both of your names. Come on, you two.
The child is under my protection.
Oh, is it now?
Good for you, monk. What's your name? And don't pretend you can't talk, because I'm sick of listening to you.
I am Philip. Philip of Gwynedd.
It's him we're looking for, not the other one.
Monks, they all look alike.
We were looking for you. Bishop Wailerun wants to see you.
Oh.
We found him. He's here. Tell the bishop.
I found the monk. The bishop. Tell the bishop.
Go on, monk. We'll all keep an eye on you.
You will be safe.
Terus jalan kemana?
That's him. That's the monk. Tell the bishop. I thought he would at least be taller than me.
What's going on here, Philip? I don't know.
He's expecting you.
Wah, mereka kerjasama.
Philip. There you are.
Beneran jahat.
The Right Reverend Bishop Wailerun Bygott.
Philip and I are already acquainted.
You were looking for me, my bishop?
I was. Remigius, Philip does look distressed, does he not?
Yes, he does.
Tell me, what is on your mind?
These men who were looking for me, who are they? And why are they here?
Oh, them, of course. I have gotten too used to the presence of knights and nobles, the work of a bishop. The reason why these men are outside right now is your letter, Philip. As I suspected, it did convince my allies to go against the Earl of Shiring. These allies of mine insisted that their knight should accompany me along with their son, and very soon they will ride against the Earl.
I understand, my bishop.
Philip, I have the feeling that there is a storm rising. Right here, in Kingsbridge. And in the eye of that storm stands one man.
Gila, ini dalam banget pertanyaannya.
You. Around you, things begin moving. Don't they, Remigius?
Yes.
But there is one important thing you have kept from me.
There is? My bishop.
You did not mention that you, Philip, were nominated to be Prior of Kingsbridge. The brothers here will elect their new prior today, will they not?
The election will take place in a few hours, my bishop.
We need a strong prior. James was my friend, but a strong prior he was not. We are in agreement on these matters, are we not, Remigius?
Of course, Right Reverend. The bishop and I agreed you should have this.
Prior James Rose already.
Very well. Now, when your distinguished guests arrive, what will be the subject of your first sermon as the new Prior of Kingsbridge?
I think what I would talk about is... I beg your forgiveness, but I do not understand.
Most of your brothers agree with me on this matter. Remigius has talked to them. They will vote for you.
As will I. And I will support you in your duties in my role as sub-prior.
A role you have fulfilled wonderfully in the past, Remigius. Wonderfully.
My bishop?
Philip of Gwynedd. You will be the new Prior of Kingsbridge.
In humbleness, I stand before you, most humbled by your trust and humbled by the great tasks ahead of us. We must restore Kingsbridge to do justice to the glory of God and to his mercy. The desperate and the hopeless everywhere shall hear our bells. They shall see our towering cathedral. Our great church will become a guiding light, first and foremost, through our actions and our faith. We ourselves shall be such a light. A light to the lost, the hurt, and the suffering on their path to God.
The Earl of Shiring is not in attendance, it seems.
He is not. Shameful. He's busy preparing his siege on Winchester.
I trust he does not know we are about to foil his plans, Percy.
Answer the bishop, my husband.
No, he does not expect us, not at all. My men are ready.
So is our son.
Excellent.
Diserang, nanti balas nyerang.
Excellent.
Gila, gereja jadi
There
tempat
you are.
politik banget ini.
What's the matter?
What happened to my father? Did I have one?
Yes. Everyone has a father.
Penting kali.
He died before you were born.
How could he be my father if he died before I was born?
Babies grow from a seed. The seed comes out of a man's prick and is planted in a woman's cunny. Then the seed grows into a baby in her belly.
Kasih
And
tahu
when it's
cara
ready, it
anak.
comes out.
Is Tom going to plant the seed in you? Iseng.
Is Tom gonna plant a seed in you?
Maybe.
Then you will have a new baby.
Maybe.
A brother for you. Would you like that?
I don't care. Tom's taken you away from me already. A brother wouldn't make a difference.
Nobody will ever take me away from you.
What was my father's
Maybe.
name?
Jack. The same as you. They called him Jack Sherberg.
So, if there's another Jack, I can tell people that I'm Jack Jackson.
You can. People don't always call you what you want them to, but you can try.
Diserang.
What is that? Jack, find the others. Then hide and don't come out till I tell you.
William Hamley. You have become Prior of Kingsbridge. Kita guys, akhirnya Waleran does as you ask. His allies, the Hamleys, attack Earl's castle. The thief you reported, Brother Mark, fled the priory after a severe caning. Kasian banget. Severe caning. Ya rusak juga Brother Marcus. Gak penting juga. Chapter 5. Kita lihat udah jam berapa ini kita. Wah. Men in flames.
Oh, there are at least 200 of them at the river.
Knights
kita stop di sini nanti nih. Bentar ya,
What
guys.
colors do they wear?
Ini sudah sahur kelihatan jam
knights,
sahur.
Philip.
Jam 4 sih ya.
They say they cannot pay.
It is all right, Brother Paul.
I told them that there's a toll.
Who is your leader? Who will speak for you?
No one will speak for us, monk.
We were chased from every village.
They are outlaws.
We are no outlaws.
Oh, ini kan
We come from Earl's Castle.
They killed our men.
My child! They killed my child!
By God. We cannot feed you. We barely have enough for ourselves.
We will give them shelter.
Philip, we have not enough room.
We will give you all shelter, all of you.
I wish I had more to give.
More? We've given away almost all the food we have. What will these poor people eat tomorrow?
Before they came here, they fed themselves. They worked. Surely they can do that again.
There are more coming. Word is spreading fast.
What do we do now, Philip?
Give me the rest of the bread.
But...
Here, Philip.
Then help to clean out the empty houses and tend to the injured.
You heard our prior, brothers.
Wah, anjir.
The children are all alone. None of them are... Children, take some food. Please, take it. You have to eat. Here, I will put it here. Eat when you're hungry.
Gila, ini ribet banget.
How do we deserve this? Why has God...
He is not.
But our children are sick.
Take some bread for the children.
This is not enough.
He has more bread. I saw.
Please, our children...
Give us bread.
Take some bread.
Only one loaf of bread for all of us?
In Wigley they spat on us, and now you want to complain when this monk shows mercy.
But I...
Thank you, Father.
Please, give some to those
Give
people
it
over
to
there.
us. We have Why did this happen? What did we
Our
do
children
wrong?
will die in this cold.
Wake
Please,
up, Pa!
let us stay. We can work.
Buset. They trampled those who fell, set their houses ablaze, and yelled at them to scream louder. The townspeople fled with nothing to take with them and nowhere to go. Just hearing about it sent shivers down my spine. If we had not gotten involved, this would not have happened. I sat with the refugees who had sought shelters at our priory. They told me horrifying stories. Politically, the seizure of Earl Castle was a strategic move to support King Stephen. But for this man, women and children, it was a great tragedy. Iyalah. Gila, kalau perang tuh emang efeknya kayak gini nih.
Philip, we are running out of room.
Have you done as I told you?
We have cleared out the houses and put up fires. All houses are occupied, and our brothers are treating the sick and injured.
There is still some room in the guest house and in the dormitory. Tomorrow we will open the cathedral. We need all the room we can get.
Prior Philip?
Tom.
Yes?
I am Tom, Master Builder, and I'd like to rebuild your northwest tower.
Dear God, you look even worse than the others. Like they haven't eaten in days.
They just don't stop coming, do they?
I have worked on Salisbury Cathedral. My last employer was the Earl of Shiring himself. I know my craft. If you let your tower collapse, it may tear down parts of the nave. Hire me, and I'll make it strong again.
I wish I could hire you. Repairs would cost much, and we have nothing.
That child? You are raising a child?
My brother found Jonathan in the woods and brought him here. The poor boy would have frozen to death if it hadn't been for God's great mercy.
Jonathan.
Look, I am sorry, but all I can offer you is a place to sleep.
I'll accept, but I'd rather earn it. We didn't come here to beg.
Ask God, then. That wouldn't be begging, it'd be prayer.
You remember what I told you about the kindness of monks? Ask God. That wouldn't be begging, it would be prayer.
Oh, I will pray. I will pray for a thunderbolt to strike the church and level it to the ground.
I wonder if they refused us because of me.
Why can't Tom repair their church?
Because these monks want to hold on to their coin as long as they can.
And they can't see that it's about to collapse. If it did, I'd have worked for a lifetime. But no, they believe it can all be held together by prayer.
Do they know?
I used to live close to here.
Maybe that monk will change his mind. Can I look around?
Yes, but be cautious of...
Oh, ini oke. Ini mulai agak susah nih.
I told you the baby would be safe.
What baby?
Monks may be whips, but they take care of their own.
He will grow up to be a monk.
He will.
Oke guys, kita end dulu untuk malam hari ini. Lumayan seru juga nih cerita saudara. Ini baru book 1 nih. Gue kasih tunjuk sekilas ya. Gue udah save nih. Sebentar. Back to title screen kita. Kita bisa continue sih nanti. Book 1 kita di book 4 kalau nggak salah, atau book 5 tadi, gue lupa. Book 5 kalau nggak salah. Terus habis itu kita di book 5, chapter 5, book 1. Ini ada 7. 3 lagi. Kita harus kelarin. Selanjutnya ada lagi di book 2, 8 sampai 14. Ini mungkin dari gambarnya ini udah kelihatan bakalan di rebuild gitu, cathedralnya lebih prosper lah. Ketiganya nanti kita lihat ini lagi di rebuild gara-gara abis perang atau apa, tapi ada harus ngelewatin masa susah kayaknya kalau bisa dibilang. Tapi ini jujur aja, novelnya Ken Follet, The Pillars of the Earth itu bagus menurut gua ya. Walaupun ini apa ya, emang dia tentang zaman dulu, tapi menurut gue ini bagus banget dan gue demen banget ini. Kerasa banget dari feel story-nya. paling itu aja ya. Buat malam ini selamat sahur guys. Bagi yang mau sahurlah, jangan sampai telat. Dikit lagi kita mau juga bulan Lebaran gitu ya, Idul Fitri semua. Sebelum itu gue nggak tahu nih bakal buat stream kapan lagi, tapi nanti kita cek terlebih dahulu seperti itu. Thank you guys all for watching and see you soon and